Out in
We're
the
good.
streets,
They
they
call
call
it
it murder.
murder.
But
Welcome to Jamrock. Hello, everybody. We are
just
back,
looking,
and
channels.
we are
Yeah.
live, and we are going to go through.
What's that? Oh,
Are you
yeah.
playing it
Terrence,
back?
you're like the guy who calls into the radio station with the radio too loud.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
everybody, thank you for coming in and joining us. And we are going to be going through the Biden and Trump town halls. Wait, who's doing that? Wait, what are we doing here, bro? Do you have everything on the
It's you,
backdrop?
man.
Oh, it's me?
Yeah.
Damn, I didn't even know it was me. Yeah. I guess I didn't know
Still
Twitch plays
trying
in
to
the
tweet the shit
background.
out. Trying to tweet the
Yeah,
link
yeah,
out,
man. I thought
man.
that was you, bro. Well, okay, as I said, we're going through both the Biden and the Trump town halls. And beforehand, we have a few, I guess, housekeeping items that we want to go ahead and talk over. The first thing I think is they're both pretty big stories. That's why we got to cover them. Is this one. Here we go. Biden's secret emails.
Oh, dude, we're gonna get gacked. We're gonna get yanked off the air, man.
Well, this is
No,
this is part of why I thought it'd be safer to go on Twitch and start talking about this rather than on our
I don't.
usual newsy platform. We like to be more chill around Twitch, but
Did
YouTube
they?
and Twitter.
Did they?
So the reason that Matt's bringing that up, in case y'all don't know, Twitter went on a massive censorship effort regarding this article for some very, very flimsy reasons.
Yeah.
Now, as big, this is what we had tweeted out from the show account. That as big as this story would have been, it wouldn't have been as big a thing if Twitter wouldn't have gone about doing what they did. I mean, I don't think there's a
Of course.
question
Yeah. I
about
don't
that.
understand. Yeah. It's almost like they were. I don't know. Like, do you think it's like conspiratorial? Like they were trying to somehow like help the right? Because I've seen some takes like that were like,
Well,
um,
is Jack right
about
wing?
CNN.
I'm not sure.
No, I think Jack is one of the most benign of the oligarchs, actually.
Yeah, and that's
Mm.
exactly what they are. They're a bunch of social media oligarchs. They're all billionaires by now. They have complete
Saw some
control
shit
over
earlier.
the modern public square, which is what social media is. You know, it's a modern public
Yeah.
square, and it should be regulated like a public utility at this point. Um, but okay, so the big takeaway. I mean, the thing that keeps going around are the Hunter Biden photos, which we will show because we're that callous and we just really don't give a damn. You know, this dude this dude was using his name for enrichment, so not like he's hurting right now. It's not like he's really upset about it. But so Hunter Biden, as some people might have known, was a top executive at a Ukrainian energy company. And this was after it came to light that he had a drug problem. He had rehab issues. Uh, Basically, somebody you wouldn't really hire to manage a Denny's, let alone go and be a top
No, of
executive
course
at
not. No.
for
Yeah.
$50,000 a month.
Yeah.
In an industry he doesn't really know. So the email here was Dear Hunter, thank you for inviting me to DC and giving me an opportunity to meet your father, spend time together. It's really an honor and pleasure. As we spoke yesterday evening, would be great to meet today for a quick coffee. What do you think? Could I come to your office somewhere around noon, before or on my way to the airport? So this was exactly what a lot of people thought beforehand, which was that the whole idea behind Hunter getting his position was that it's a pay for play. Right now, I just want to go ahead and call this fair. The way that this information came out, because it was released by Rudy Giuliani, The way that all this came out, and it was from a hard drive that was from a laptop that was taken in for repair and then leaked. So the details of how all this stuff came to light is pretty sketchy to begin with.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
as far as the
Supposedly it was dropped off by an inebriated Hunter Biden who never picked it up.
yes,
So,
which
like I said, it's like technically, if that's the story, then it's not hacked material, right? So
mhm,
them censoring it is admitting that they're making a decision on it, right?
right.
Like,
So you can see
so,
from here the computer was dropped off at a repair shop in Delaware. And the other material that was released, it's just mainly embarrassing more than anything else. It's meant to be. There's a 12-minute video that shows Hunter smoking crack, having sex, few other kind of things.
no,
Um,
really?
yeah, there's a whole 12-minute video of this. I know you're pretty excited about that, Matt. But
Sick.
yeah, so they couldn't. The shop owner couldn't identify the customer as Hunter, but then the laptop bore a sticker from the Bo Biden Foundation, and yeah, photos of the Delaware federal subpoena given to the Post show that the computer and hard drive was seized by the FBI in December after the shop's owner said he had alerted the feds to their existence. So this was subpoenaed by the FBI. You can see here, and now
What was subpoenaed by the FBI?
the laptop.
Um, when?
Uh, doesn't say here in the article, but it just says that Okay, let me see. Maybe it's in the photo. Let me see. This was in 2019. Last year that there
So,
was subpoenaed.
hmm. And does it say? All right. So, how were they alerted to it was in,
The
that they had the
shop
laptop?
owner. It said the shop owner. I must have reported something because he couldn't identify Hunter Biden, but it had a sticker from the Bo Biden Foundation. So
Hmm.
I guess he took an educated guess. But then he made a copy. The shop owner made a copy of the hard drive, and then he gave it to Giuliani's lawyer. And then Steve Bannon, you remember him, that piece of work.
Yeah.
His former advisor to Trump told the Post that the existence of the hard drive in late September, and Giuliani provided the Post with a copy of it on Sunday. So, um,
So that you think? Wait a minute. So this is more complicated than I thought. Then,
uh
so
huh.
then the FBI would have to be involved too,
Yes, to some point or
and
some
whoever the
degree,
judge got the
the
warrant
hard, but
too.
right. So there was a subpoena from the FBI about this hard drive, but the main part of this that led to the Post article was that the shop owner made a copy of the hard drive and gave it to Giuliani's lawyer.
Wait a minute. Say that again.
So the FBI thing is apart from this because the shop owner just took it upon himself to go and make a copy of that hard drive and send it to Giuliani's lawyer.
Oh.
Yeah, and then it
So
all
before he gave it to the FBI, he made a copy of it.
yes, exactly. So
And it's
then
still his though, like legally,
yes.
you know,
So
like the what's it
so
called?
let's see. So this is
Is
another
that kind of
email that
lawful?
if you can see right here, dear Hunter and Devin, uh, following our talks and our visit to Como Lake and further discussions, I would like to bring the following situation your attention. As previously pointed out on a number of occasions, the representatives, the new authorities in power led tend to quite aggressively approach Z officially with aim to obtain cash from him. Initially, it was done by the representatives of the Sabota Party and the Ministry of Internal Affairs. There is a so-called unofficial communications which would entail blackmailing in case we don't cooperate, provide money in cash. Gas production business of NZ would be stopped, destroyed. So
So what? What was that last thing?
it said that says unless we if we don't cooperate, provide money in cash, God's production business of NZ would be stopped. So I mean, I mean, it's very, it gives you,
Who
okay,
said that
so
to who? Hunter said that to who?
this was somebody writing to Hunter that I guess is part of the Ukrainian government. It said
Well,
Vadim
yeah. So
Posharsky.
still though, like This
So
is all like this actually makes the Bidens look better. It's such a fucking dumb scandal for them to manufacture. They must not have
well,
been able
the
to find
the big
anything on that
implication,
computer
like I said
if they
before,
had
was
it.
like the big implications of it is a pay for play, which we were known about. I mean, we kind of can you can make an
Well,
educated guess about that.
but that we have pay for play, but it's like it exonerates them though, right? Because they didn't follow through on it. They didn't do it, right? So there was pay for play, but there was pay, but there was no play,
Well, there was
right?
play
Like,
because if you look at that last email, it said that there was a meeting with Joe Biden.
yeah, but they didn't do their policy outcomes, right?
Mm,
They cleaned house
I
at
mean, but
the
the
at
point is to sell access, right?
yeah, but I mean, I
So
guess,
okay,
but
so
like
like the okay,
you're
so
not corrupt if you're not doing the thing that they want you to do. Like you're allowed to sell access, you're just not allowed to do what they tell you to do. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that's the
here,
moral
well,
guideline.
like so here it says the exchange came the same day Burisma announced that it had expanded its board of directors, adding Hunter Biden, who was put in charge of its legal unit and will provide support for the company among international organizations, according to the news release that has been scrubbed from Burisma's website. Hunter Biden actually joined the board in 2014. So his
Well,
lawyer said that last year Hunter was not a member of the management team, adding that no time was Hunter in charge of company's legal affairs. So about 4 months after Biden's correspondence with Polarski, Archer forwarded Hunter Biden an email chain with the subject "tax raise impact on Burisma production," which included Polarski saying the Ukrainian cabinet has submitted two new tax legislation to the company's parliament. So these are all things that were pulled off from the laptop. So I mean, you can see, I mean, a few things here and there. I mean, they're personal photos that were on the hard drive. Exact. I mean, so, but the here's the thing: the emails can easily be fabricated, and the photos could just have been real to go and try to add substance or at least some kind of evidence that those emails are real.
I
So I
think
think
it's
that the emails are more in question than anything else. But like you said, the emails don't make them come off as bad as maybe they're hoping.
yeah, I think it actually makes them look good. Like I said,
So,
it
you see, Savannah Guthrie questioned whether it's wrong for Hunter to take that position, knowing that it was really because the company wanted access to you. And then he says, "Well, it's not true. You're saying things you do not know what you're talking about." Joe Biden responded. So, I mean, it's clearly true. That's why he was hired. It's for access, and
yeah,
as bitter
I
up here
know, but
that
like personally, I don't necessarily have a problem with. I mean, obviously, I'd prefer not, but like them selling their access, I feel like is only bad if you sell your access and then do what you're being bought to do,
right.
right? Like,
So okay, so these are the photos that are making the rounds and you are no longer allowed to post up on Twitter.
yeah, they wouldn't let me post them.
Yep.
They made
So
me take them
there's
down.
so that's yep. That's guess he's a heavy smoker, and this is the big one. You
Heavy
can
smoker.
every picture was like with a cigarette in his mouth. He's in bed
Yeah,
with a
because he's trying
cigarette.
to look based. Yeah.
Well, this is the one that I think got a lot of people's attention, right? So you can see that one, Matt, the crack pipe
Yeah,
in
the
the
crack
mouth.
pipe one.
He's knocked out
Yeah.
with a crack pipe in his mouth there. Um, I mean, I don't know. I guess I don't know what he's